Well, Netflix is back to Netflixing. At least the studio they hired is back to Netflixing. So they had a big hit with One Piece, and now they're moving on to Avatar The Last Airbender, and they are announcing big changes to a character in this show. I want to point out that they did something simpler with Sanji in One Piece. Now, when I watched One Piece on Netflix, I hadn't seen any of the source material. Overall, I still think that show is really good, and it introduced me to the series of One Piece, and I'm still watching that show, and I still really like it. But they did change Sanji, and it's something, well, I don't know. We haven't seen season 2 yet, and maybe Sanji will be his normal simpish self in season 2, but something tells me that's not going to happen. And they're doing the same thing with this character, Sokka from Avatar. Now, I have not seen Avatar. Didn't watch this show. But I think it's kind of wrong what they're doing here. It was wrong what they did to Sanji, too. I don't know if the creator of this series, though, is working with them. Now, we do know Oda worked with the One Piece people, so he probably okayed that change. I don't know. But this is more about this show. So let's talk about this show. Now, I don't know the details of all this show. I haven't seen it, but I do know people that have seen it, and I've also been reading reactions on social media. Here is a post from Camelot331 over on Twitter X, and he talks about this. It looks like he's seen the show. So this is a response to Variety's post where it says, Netflix's live-action Avatar The Last Airbender series is toning down the sexism. We took out the element of the sexist Sokka. I feel like there were a lot of moments in the original show that were iffy. And he says, taking out how sexist Sokka was from the original removes his character arc of growing up and accepting powerful women in his life, which in turn hurts sexism as a whole. Literal smooth brains, and I agree with him. This makes the show boring, too, by the way. Why would you remove this? So you have a character that changes and becomes a better person over time. That's a good character arc. But instead, they decided to just remove it completely because of most sensitivities, which is stupid. And he's not the only one, by the way, that was saying stuff like this. If you go and you look at comments under the actual post, everybody is shitting on it. Damn, studios are afraid to even have character development now. It's over LMAO. Here's another one. This is so unnecessary and very disappointing to hear. If it was good enough and okay for children to understand in a Nickelodeon animated show, then why the hell would it be bad to translate the source material in live action? That's a good question. This is a show that was made for children. It shows you the difference, like where we're at now as a people. Like this is considered too hard for adults because it's going to be mostly probably adults that watch this show. I'm just guessing. Like older people, like teenagers and young adults, probably all watching this show. Kids would watch the cartoon version. So you're removing this for an audience that's built in and has already seen it. It's kind of stupid. Why wouldn't you keep that character growth? Oh, here we go. I now understand why the Avatar creators left the show. Is that true? And it is true. Here's an article from December 19th, 2023. This is the showrunner talking about them leaving. And they did. They put out an open letter explaining that they didn't have creative direction of the series, so they bounced. What a mistake. Now, you can say what you want about Sanji, but overall, the One Piece show was still pretty good. You know why that was? Because Oda was involved with the entire show. If he didn't like it, it got vetoed. This show had the original creators leave, which means they were incredibly frustrated with some things. This show is going to be shit. I'm just saying it. It's going to be garbage. It's very rare that a Netflix show that adapts an old animation is good. And I've only seen it once. I've only seen it with One Piece, and it looks like we're going to get another typical shitty Netflix adaptation with this one. I hear Yu Yu Hakusho wasn't that good either. I don't think the original creator was involved in that one either. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody was even mad about it. I don't think anybody watched the damn show. Just a guess. I don't think anybody watched it. But just looking at these comments on here, people aren't happy. Here's Crow from Crow_none, friend of the channel, says, starts off kind of being sexist, but it changes when he meets the Kyoshi warriors and sees women are strong too, and you took it out of the show, bastards. Did they watch the same show? Him being sexist was important because he learned to not be that way. Yeah, that actually seems like it would fit the progressive narrative more. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Let me walk that back, because you're never allowed to change under the progressive narrative. You literally have to apologize for the rest of your life over and over again, and then they still call you racist or sexist, even if you've changed your ways. Oh, I forgot about that one. So he can't have him be sexist from the beginning because, well, then he would never be allowed to change, and that would kind of destroy one of the little narratives. This show is going to be garbage. I'm sorry for you Avatar fans that might have maybe been looking forward to this. Maybe you had small slither of hope. You saw that this show was coming, and you said that, yes, I am going to watch this. One Piece was amazing. How can this show fail? Well, there you go. A huge piece of a character's arc gone because it's just too much for today's modern audiences. And when you look at the interview that they did, it's almost like they gloat about doing this and how great this is, and it's better. This improves the original. Typical talking points that we see quite a bit when it comes to these hardcore leftists taking something and making it in their own image. It's almost like they're proud of this and that they're making it better, and they thought that the fandom was going to embrace and love this. They just killed this show and made it dead on arrival. That's what they really did. They're so unaware, and they don't care about what the original fans think, the built-in audience, which is the reason they make this damn show in the first place. Wow, man. What a bunch of fools all of these people in Hollywood are. So my advice, go watch the original series. Don't watch this. If you're new and you were thinking about watching this, I'm definitely going to skip it. But I will be watching reactions to see what fans think of it. Maybe it'll be good. No, it won't be good. This is going to be an awful show. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.